take your handshake back?
No, man. Listen, I've learned that even when you have relatives and family and you work close, sometimes you get underneath each other's skin and you want to fight.
What? This is why I keep this one on this shoulder, so just in case I decide to come across this shit, I'll leave the W sign on his fucking bald head.
Well, I once again, I would love for you all to talk it out with some.
I'm tired of fucking talking. I mean, sometimes it's just. You know what? I saw him, and he was on an excursion the other day. Quick story. Sometimes, like you said.
Okay.
I'm going to tell a story. So I was on Snapchat. I was on Snapchat minding my business, right? And you know what? Nick is my homie. So
Nick
I
is good
see
people.
that they're in the mall. I won't tell you what I text him, but it did involve the stairs, but it didn't involve me.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Would you care to elaborate?
No.
The people want to know.
No. I sent it to you.
Okay.
He knows what was said. I don't say anything behind his back. He's a great person beyond, me wanting to hit him with this belt and what I told him in that story. So it's fine. It's fine. How are you?
I'm well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Mr. Celebration. And contrary to what, you may see here on a regular basis, I assume that, the dread-headed monster and the bald eagle actually like each other. I assume.
I am the dread-headed monster.
I'm the bald eagle. I think you all already know that, though. We're going to keep it professional.
Yeah.
We're going to try.
No different from, Skip and Shannon, you don't
Skip, come on, Skip. Skip, come on, Skip. Skip, come on, Skip. Skip. Skip.
No, this is Skip.
Come on now, Skip.
This is Skip. I would tell you. He does that deep sigh, and he comes up with like this crazy analogy when he compares something. Like, I saw the fear in you.
Listen, when Shannon sit up straight and do this with his shirt and touch his glasses, he's getting ready to blow it wide open.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to blow his point wide open.
Okay.
We got a few things to get into.
We got a lot to talk about, you all.
We've been letting a lot of stuff build up. We haven't talked about the Super Bowl. I mean, I know it's, for you all, the moment is past.
Listen, let the record show. I said, and I quote, I'm not going against my homeboy, Patty Mahomes.
I wanted to
anybody whose father comes on a nationally televised interview and says we smoking on that Joe Burrow pack tonight.
Hey,
I'm riding with him.
We knew his daddy was black, but we didn't know he was black. Like, he black.
Okay, let's get it out. I wanted to live in a dream. Jalen Hurts, great season.
His story.
Man,
amazing
transfer,
story,
being benched for Tua. You know what I'm saying?
All of
that.
You wanted them to win.
Yeah.
You definitely do.
It wasn't against Mahomes. I hear what you're saying, bro, but it wasn't against Mahomes. It was really for for Hurts.
Not even that. He the man. And Travis Mahomes.
Yeah.
So I don't never really want to see Travis fail. And oh my God, did Travis 6 for 6.
Man.
Sheesh.
Look, bro.
Just throw me the ball, bro, and watch what I do.
How was he that open all the time?
It was a great game
Just
to
throw me
watch.
the ball and watch what I do with
I don't
it,
see
bro.
how
It was
he
a
that
great
wide
game
open.
to watch, man.
Hurts put up an MVP
Pacheco,
performance.
Hurts.
Ooh, if he would have won, there was no question.
Everybody, it was a great game, bro. Everybody
Down
balled.
to the end.
Everybody balled.
I hate that it came down to, and I'm I am not blaming the refs at all. This isn't me making an excuse. I just hate that it comes down to a call. I wish it would have all just been me calling a play better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate when great games almost get marginalized by one moment. Because had a call like that happened in the first quarter, will we be talking about it? Absolutely not.
But
it came at such a pivotal time. It's just like we pinpoint our focus on that, and I just hate that it happened because it was such a great game by both teams.
I agree.
Wait a minute. He played so well that we forget about the fumble.
We forget about the fumble.
I mean,
A fumble for a touchdown.
had he not fumbled,
For a touchdown.
and guess what? Maybe we're up a little bit more, and Patty has a little bit more to deal with.
If that doesn't happen, who knows?
I mean, there's a lot that we can talk about. Like if we play devil's advocate here, there's a lot of things that happen in the game. There was a lot of holding calls that got missed.
I mean, there isn't a game that has ever happened in the NFL where a call gets caught. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff gonna get missed. We gotta learn to live with this.
Not to mention,
I mean,
Patty,
to a degree.
Patty was hobbling. You know, at the end of the first half.
I thought that ankle was roast beef. Man.
You know, and he came out, but you know what, man? It was literally a duel of two great teams that were equally yoked. You saw the score.
One of the better Super Bowls of the last 5-6 seasons, in my opinion.
Agreed.
So yeah,
I want to switch gears just a bit.
Okay.
Did anybody want to talk about anything else before I kind of switch gears a bit?
Nah, I mean everybody said what
Okay, so with that being said, you know, in the Super Bowl, which Kelsey brother do you feel the worst for, or which? Well, of course, you know who lost, but like, which Kelsey brother did you want to win? We know you're a Travis fan.
As far as the Kelsey go, I didn't have like a dog. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking at it like for that fight. Overall, I wanted Philly to win, and I actually believe as long as they keep these guys together, that they will be back. It's hard as hell getting back.
Kill me for saying
it's hard as hell getting back. But
Gronk is good. I wasn't strong on Gronk because he had Tom Brady.
Same can be said about Kelsey.
But you get to watch them develop it together. It's like they came in kind of like at the same time. Even though Travis Kelce may be like a 1-2, maybe pro more, but with that team, you know, you watched it, and guess what? All they go out there and do is make plays. Not saying that Grunt don't, but
yeah.
I mean,
I don't see every time I'm like, why is he this wide open?
He makes it look so cool,
and he ain't even the fastest dude. Like he ain't
bro.
Fast as far as like it's just. I'm not trying. It's remarkable, like how open.
But look at all the big plays. Look at all the big plays. Everybody was pretty much open.
All right, look. Because we late, we don't want to keep everybody here. Shout out to Andy again, Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelce.
It was a great. I'm not upset about that they won. I'm not upset that
Kansas. Two for three ain't bad, man. I'm riding with Mahomes until I can't ride with him anymore.
So I mean, if there was any doubt, because a lot of people were like, you know what. Because I had to kind of eat my words. I did say on the last show, because I did say that I not only picked the Eagles, but I also said that you're gonna have to play the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. But I said I didn't think they were gonna win. And I think I said if they do win one more, that might. I'm not certain, but I did say something along those lines where they weren't going to just keep on winning over and over and over. You definitely got to play them. Like you have to get.
What I said in that quote was, "I'm riding with my homeboy."
No, you said that.
2 for 3. Like you got to look at it. The only reason he lost, I think, the only reason he lost is because he went up against Tom Brady.
Hey man,
right? Like we're looking at. Listen, it's okay.
It was a winnable game. It was still a winnable game.
It was a winnable game. It was a good game.
You'll be right one time, and
that's all it takes. Let me tell you something, Jeremy. It only takes one ejaculation to get someone pregnant. That's all it takes.
It only takes one lottery ticket to win the Mega Millions.
That's it. It's okay. Listen. Anywho. Listen, all I'm saying is this. It was a great game to watch. I think Patrick is a young legend in the making.
The road goes through him.
but I also think this is not the last of Jalen Hurts.
No. But no, look, especially if you're speaking from conference standpoint, right? I mean, AFC, it's gonna be a bloodbath. It's not a lot. It's not Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying that not to take away from him. He doesn't have as many elite quarterbacks in the conference that Mahomes got. He got a lot to deal with. He's still at the top, but you like I said, you got Burrow, you got well, we don't know where Lamar going, but
Carr is gone.
You got a few teams.
You got Joe. You got
San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, you got San Diego. You got like who else would you say?
You don't know what Vegas is going to do.
Right? If they could be getting Aaron Rodgers.
So
it's
a lot of ways it could go.
This was a historical Super Bowl. My last question, or my last thing to say on this one. Do you ever think we'll see this matchup between these two quarterbacks in the Super Bowl?
Very possible. Like I said again, they stay healthy, they keep those coaches, they keep the core. I mean, people come and go. I mean, there's certain pieces where you can move around, you know, say, you know what I'm saying? But that core, your key players, their window for the next 4 or 5 years, this matchup can happen again.
Rematch.
I mean, it could happen next year. I mean, it's hard to NFL is harder. I mean, to repeat, especially when it comes to the matchups too. Like you might see the same team from the different, but an exact rematch is far and few as opposed to like the NBA where we pretty much knew I was gonna be the Warriors versus like we knew it was gonna we knew that was gonna happen. If it didn't happen, it was a trick to it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Wait a minute. I am so fucking glad he did that.
Okay, let's segue into the league.
NBA.
The segue.
NBA. Good fucking segue.
Let's do it.
Segue. Congrats to you guys again. But guess what?
The NBA words been
We're gonna
shaking
get
up.
current. Guess what? We had the trade deadline, so we'll start there.
Crazy. Before we start, craziest trade season for y'all that you can remember off the top of your head. Like,
I feel like the Lakers kind of robbed the bank.
It ranks maybe in a fin.
okay, so go ahead.
Well, the obvious pick is KD to the Suns, but they didn't get fleeced like everybody thinks. Mikal Bridges has went over there and showed already that guess what? He can be a
Putting in work, 40 plus.
You got Cam Johnson. You got they even extended Jack Vaughn today. So
They get a bunch of second round picks, correct?
yeah. So I mean, guess
52
what?
second-round picks for these.
No, the
Man,
Kevin
no
does
second
the
round
no
picks was
the
fine.
Kevin the
I've
Kevin
never seen so many second round.
Nah.
the Kevin Durant thing. I don't think people were saying was being fleeced. I think people were saying that they got fleeced with the Dallas deal. I think they saying that Dallas deal. They say Dallas fleeced Brooklyn for Kyrie Irving, considering that you don't know that this is probably going to be a 1-year lease, not even a year lease.
Kyrie wanted out.
But this, you possibly only getting this man for 30 games. Well,
They
get in the playoffs. So
do you think he's gonna make them championship bound?
He made some with a first round.
I mean, they got
They should be able to get out of
they
the
got
first
to the Western Conference without him, right? I think ultimately their bench is what it comes down to. I mean, having somebody. I mean, we say this all the time. When two ball dominant guys get on there, will it work? And for the most part, they actually do make it work. I mean, health excluded, it can work because we thought Harden and I mean Harden and CP. I mean, they both CP a whole point guard. So of course he got out of it. They were a game away. Let's say CP doesn't get injured in what was the game 6.
Ooh.
Houston had.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Like we quick to say, oh, this not gonna work. They ball dominant. Nah, Houston, they was there. Chris Paul don't go down. Who's to say that they don't go 7 games?
Well, sticking with Chris Paul, with a healthy KD,
No excuse.
are they able to win
No
a
excuse.
championship?
No excuse for him.
I don't know.
No,
they have to go through Golden State. I think Phoenix has firepower, but they don't have Golden State firepower.
Go.
But what I will say is this, and this is what hurts me, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. As great as a player as Chris Paul is, you know, the true point guard that he is, every team that he's been to, he's made them better, right? As a fan, I can't get past how he's never really gotten it done in the playoffs because he's always hurt.
No, he's not.
So to me, I'm thinking like it's just a matter of time before he gets hurt in the playoffs. And now that three-headed monster of Brooks, is it Brooks?
No.
Booker,
and KD.
Booker, Paul, KD becomes a two-headed monster,
Well,
and now you're looking for somebody else to.
Well, right now
to-
they're just
technically
technically
they-
a four-headed monster. Don't leave out DeAndre because guess
I'm
what?
leaving out DeAndre Ayton in the playoffs. The game slows down, and that pick and roll will be defended a lot better. And that little short jump shot that he pretends to take will be eliminated. Playoffs are different. The game slows down.
With KD out there now may be different.
I'm giving them. I'm not saying that they're a lock for the championship, but I'm saying there's also no, for me there's no excuse for them.
So there was no excuse for last year for them to get a first round exit. However, what you're saying is, and we're talking about Brooklyn, by the way, but what you're saying is Western Conference Finals, Golden State and Phoenix?
I don't see Golden State being.
I don't think Golden State is going to make it.
Why? Where is the blasphemy? Why would you all count out Golden State?
I didn't say. I don't think they're going to make it to the Western Conference. I don't think they are.
And I didn't think McDonald's would ever sell a pork sandwich or bratwurst, but they've done it.
The beef Wellington.
The beef Wellington. They serve bratwurst and they serve the McRib. We've all tested the McRib.
The Warriors are 9th.
Okay.
There are a few games where you're not even making them. I know all you can do is get in. I know all you can do is get in.
But those are the champs.
What are you on?
Those are the champs.
What are you on? No. Your phone says you're on it. What are you on?
Leave Siri out of this.
Well, since you wanted to discuss it, the Lakers fleece as you described it.
I wouldn't say that they fleeced, but I will say they came out the best.
Well,
they got a lot of D'Lo's having arguably his best season. They got a lot of pieces. And what did you give up? You gave up a Russell Westbrook who is, to be honest, who have been up. He's been up and down.
And now
he's been better off the bench.
He's now a Clipper. Yeah, he's better off the bench.
Better off the bench.
It's just he wasn't really able to find his footing in LA, and by him being on the biggest stage, he's gotten the most flack. But he's still in LA, but he's with old teammates. Kawhi, different system under Doc. But they got rid of Pat Bev.
Honestly, the Lakers are held to a higher standard than the Clippers in LA. So.
I think it was a little bit unfair.
The Lakers are the evil twin of the Knicks.
But I feel like once it became clear to some point that they didn't want Westbrook there, and it's like when you're not wanted somewhere, everything you do is like gonna be better. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's that he wasn't wanted there. I think you have to at the end of the day, the NBA is a business, right? It's a business. And when things aren't going well in any business, you have to find that pain point. Unfortunately, all signs pointing towards Russ. Now let's pause it right here. Let's go back to listen. He gets unfair criticism.
I'm not saying nothing about the criticism, but I don't think you can compare it like that because guess what? The reason why I say that, it wasn't hard for him to find other suitors.
No, because of who he is.
Yeah,
he's still a top tier
He's still a player that people would want.
It would hold. I'm not saying that it doesn't hold a higher value, but let's just say if he got Carmelo out the league.
That's my point. Do you think that was my next point? Do you think Carmelo's exit from Houston was warranted based on his performance?
The team as a whole.
But the reason I say it that they're different is because guess what? The Lakers didn't do to Westbrook what Houston did to Carmelo.
You can't though, because just a season ago, just a season or two before that, he was averaging a triple double.
No, listen, they placed Carmelo out the league. The Lakers at least made sure that Westbrook
is he still a free
made
agent,
it to a different team. Who?
Carmelo, is he?
Yes.
What is his status?
Chris Paul is asking can they sign him. The last
because he's a free agent technically,
it's
right?
Tough, man. But he
ain't retired.
I feel like certain players, they become a scapegoat. Look at DeMarcus Cousins. Why isn't he in the league? He had injuries, but also
his fall is something it's crazy. Like after that injury, he just was when them Sacramento years, he couldn't be stopped.
Man, bro. It's crazy.
He did whatever he wanted and had a little jump shot on. Like he did whatever he wanted.
And DeMarcus Cousins, I love his game.
And he's young.
But he been signed at least 2 to 3 times, and guess what happens?
His injuries have been...
Because remember when he went down there with AD, we thought it was finna be a show. When he went down to New Orleans, I'm like, oh man, him and AD finna put, you know what I'm saying? They finna get it in, and they only played with a handful of games together down there. They barely played together down there, and now we know AD's history.
Boy, you are segueing to fucking night. You wanna know when that happened?
Another injury, our boy.
No. When that trade happened.
What's up?
I was going to ask that
All-Star
question.
Weekend.
All-Star Weekend. I just saw a clip on that on Facebook. He was
All-Star Weekend when
It was All-Star
He was
Weekend.
about to get that interview.
So guess what? This
Wait a
leads us
minute.
into?
What are we talking about?
When AD was when DeMarcus Cousins was traded to New Orleans. It happened All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And guess
Yeah.
where we're at in the podcast?
All-Star Weekend. We're just
All-Star Weekend.
post All-Star Weekend.
All-Star Weekend. Well, let's get out our results.
Well, real quick, just speaking on injuries, I hate hearing this, man. I mean, we all kind of seen it coming. Bulls shut down ball for the year. It's,
Yeah,
I don't know what's.
we
I'm
started.
starting to feel like he about to have like kind of with Brandon Roy and a lot of other guys who they just that knee never got back right, man.
I know
think
what
it's
I
deeper
think it's
than
the
that.
right thing to shut them down. We have seen. We waited on Embiid. You waited on
He
Ben
did.
Simmons.
His first 3-4 years he was injured, right?
So I don't want to call it curtains and say it's.
No, I hope it's not.
Well,
I hope it's not.
Ball is not a young guy in the league. Like, this is like in year 5 or 6.
And nobody can figure out why he can't run. Like,
Well, he's posted videos of him on the treadmill and dunking the ball. I think it would be asinine for someone who sat out, basically half the season to try to come in and find his rhythm and in
I
jail.
think he'll be back next season.
You think it's the right call?
I don't know if it's truly like the whole tampering stuff, which is why he was forced to sit out. They were saying that the Bulls tampered by reaching out to him too early. What happens? They kind of deactivate him, and he's then he has the surgery.
So like a mock suspension penalty type of thing.
Yeah, and it's been it'll be a full season technically.
He loves a good fucking.
He does.
Listen,
But let's. I just wanted to bring it up. But All-Star Weekend, what's y'all's thoughts?
My boy Jose stole
I'm
the
sorry.
show in the Rising Star Challenge.
Jose, my man's in
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
MVP. Got to do some mic work. Josh Giddey did too. I like Josh Giddey. I don't get to watch enough. God damn it. I don't get to watch enough Thunder games. Shy is decent, but no, Josh Giddey got a bright future.
Josh Giddey does.
I was
he
working
does-
tonight, so
he
I
does
only
everything.
got like
I'll fill you
20
in.
minutes of the whole night.
Metcalf got
Drug tested.
drug tested after his performance.
He put up a triple double or something like that.
And hey buddy, we're gonna need you to pee in a cup.
Are you talking about the slam dunk?
Yeah, no, Metcalf. Yeah.
And then that video he posted, that's probably
I think that's
kind of like with Kobe jumping over their car. It was like one of them Nike commercials.
I'll be honest with you. I think the dunk contest is overrated. I think we've seen.
Has it always been overrated? Or overrated now to you?
For the last couple years, like to me, the last biggest, best dunk contest
Was Zach
Levine against Aaron Gordon.
Did you have a doubt that once they announced that he was going to be in the dunk contest, that he was going to win?
No, Shorty been killing it since he was in high school. McClung been a problem, but my point is like.
A lot of people was like, "Hey, who this white boy?"
Because they don't know.
And a lot of people
A lot of
didn't
people
know
just didn't
about it.
know. But if you go back and watch his
Everybody
highlights,
don't follow.
You've been
everything.
watching him as long as you've been watching Zion. And there
Right.
was two people
I
that was
wasn't,
dunking
though.
like that.
Him and
guess
Zion.
what?
And I probably
You
didn't
was
realize I was
you
looking at
getting
him.
tapes
It
of
was
him,
some.
and you was getting tapes of Zion at the same time.
I agree.
And guess what? They both were phenomenal.
Okay.
I think he even won a McDonald's slam dunk contest. This is not the first time that this
I don't
has
wanna
Guess
happened.
what? The masses, according, I hear what y'all saying, and not to invalidate. Some people are followers more than others. Some people only follow at the highest level versus some people who follow
I
at
don't
the
disagree.
collegiate low.
I don't disagree.
Yeah,
with
so many people were surprised, but it's still a great story because at the end of the day, the casual and the average fan was like, "Damn, where this come from?"
But-
and it was a breath of
but
fresh
to
air.
that-
It was
but
great.
to
It was
that
great.
point-
It was great for the All-Star.
But
game.
to your point though, the casual fan, right?
Yeah,
They don't want to see somebody they don't know.
they want to see good dunks though.
They
Bro.
want to see the big dunks.
Okay,
I'll take good dunks on somebody.
look, we like better dunks because you saying that, and I hear you, but just Obo was just saying this. Back in the day, the top dogs was doing it. Now it's almost like the dunk contest is reserved for like people who want to get their name out, right? Because Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine, like you knew who they was, but they wasn't like. You see what I'm saying? Like that really that elevated their
I don't
name.
know,
Like
man.
people knew who they was. They weren't unknowns, but
All right, last topic on this.
okay.
I personally feel the dunk contest should be replaced for a while with a one-on-one game.
One-on-one games?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna take that. Nobody wants.
Because
to
you
be
ask for
nasty.
something to happen. Let somebody get
nasty
injured,
one-on-one.
man.
No, then pride. Simple.
That's
That
it.
nobody's
they're very
going on a
prideful.
fucking
That'd be
national
hard,
stage to
though.
play.
That's
Imagine, because who just said I was busting your ass for what just happened between two players?
Oh, you talking about Russ and Dame? I've been busting your ass for years.
No, but it was something else.
All-Star game?
With the injury, the flagrant foul, and come on, when they got to Donovan Mitchell and come on,
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
and my man's
Darius Garland.
Darius Garland.
no. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks.
Oh, Dylan Brooks. Yeah.
No, so like, man, me and you, come on, like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
But like I think the All-Star, the one-on-one should be guys who have big names who have recently retired.
or
So-
3-on-3s.
Or yeah, like
Do some
let's do
3-on-3s.
that. But let's
Well,
see a T-Mac, a Vince Carter,
The only reason
and maybe a Scottie Pippen get out there against a fucking.
the only reason I say that they can't do the 3-on-3 is I like the skill challenge, which was won by the Utah.
I ain't never
Jazz,
cared about the skills
even though they
challenge,
sucked
man.
it up a little bit. I like that they turned it into like a 3-person because you get to represent a little bit more.
That was a cool concept.
Damian Lillard.
Three-point
contest.
Dame Dollar,
And-
Dame time.
Before we go, I don't know why everybody hated on the on the actual All-Star game. This is what it is at one point.
It ain't always been this way, bro.
This ISO that Jason Tatum had and Jaylen Brown did not ruin the All-Star game. That has been going on. I can pinpoint you to different moments on Facebook, any social media. The last 2 minutes of 92. They back down Magic. We done seen Shaq call a ISO on Yao Ming. Shout out to Lil Benny for pointing that one out. We done seen Shaq bring that bitch down court. So, I mean, guess what?
I think
The
it was
last
all of
two
the, I
minutes,
think all of the
you get that
standing
from
around.
The last 2 minutes of the All-Star game is like the only real basketball you want to see.
And they
But what was the one when the East came back? But
how much time
that's
was
still
left?
just up there with the
Bro.
like.
Even for them to
Was it
say
2000,
this game was
2001,
ass, right? The score was still 175 to 184.
Well, the game
They only won by 9.
But the Kobe is, the game is Kobe. The score has to be 182, right?
No, I think it was 182 because he won by 3. So what? They had
Yeah.
181.